My child, you were not led to this moment by accident. There is a reason your heart feels slightly restless right now, a reason your thoughts have been circling around one particular presence. Don't skip. Stay with me, because something huge is waiting for you. There is someone who deeply cares about you. Not casually. Not temporarily. Deeply. You may not see it clearly yet. You may have mistaken their silence for indifference, their distance for distraction, their composure for a lack of feeling. But behind the scenes of your ordinary days, emotions have been growing, steady, patient, real. And today, you are meant to understand two important truths. The first truth is this: their care for you is not loud, but it is intentional. In a world where affection is often displayed for attention, this person carries their feelings quietly. They observe you. They remember the small details you think no one notices. The way your voice softens when you talk about your dreams. The way you pretend to be strong even when you feel uncertain. They see more than you realize. This is not infatuation. It is awareness. There have been moments when they almost spoke. Moments when their heart pressed forward, urging them to reveal everything. But timing matters. Emotions, when rushed, can lose their depth. So they have waited. And in that waiting, their care has matured instead of fading. You may have questioned whether anyone truly understands you. Whether anyone genuinely values your presence without conditions. Stay till the end, because the answer is closer than you think. This person respects you too much to play games. They are careful because what they feel is significant. They are not drawn only to your strengths. They are drawn to your heart. To your sincerity. To the quiet resilience you carry even when no one applauds you. And here is what makes this once in a lifetime: their care was never based on what you could give them. It was based on who you are. Pause for a moment and think. Has there been someone whose eyes lingered a second longer? Someone who checked on you in subtle ways? Someone whose energy shifts when you enter the room? That is not coincidence. But do not rush to conclusions just yet. The second truth is even more powerful, and it may change how you see your own worth forever. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Because this is not just about someone caring. It is about why they care. And when you understand that reason, everything will begin to make sense. Stay with me. Don't skip. The next part will reveal the deeper layer you were never meant to overlook. There is a reason your heart has been sensing a shift, even when your mind tries to ignore it. The second truth is this: the way they care about you is awakening something inside you that you have forgotten. Don't skip. This is where everything changes. Their feelings are not only about admiration. They are about recognition. When they look at you, they see the version of yourself you rarely show the world. The gentle strength. The quiet loyalty. The dreams you hesitate to speak out loud. They see it, and their care is a mirror reflecting your true value back to you. And here is the surprising part: before they deeply cared about you, they deeply respected you. Respect came first. Then understanding. Then something much deeper began to grow. This is not random emotion. This is alignment. You may have wondered why their presence feels calming, why conversations with them linger in your thoughts long after they end. It is because their care is rooted in something steady, something intentional. They are not drawn to you for a season. They are drawn to you because your spirit feels familiar to them. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Their silence has never meant a lack of feeling. It has meant preparation. They are waiting for the right moment when words will not just be spoken, but understood. And here is the life-changing revelation: the reason they care so deeply is because your presence has changed them. Yes. Without dramatic gestures. Without grand announcements. Simply by being yourself, you shifted something inside them. You inspired growth. You inspired courage. You inspired hope. That is why their feelings are careful. They know this connection matters. You are not someone they are trying to impress. You are someone they are trying not to lose. Let that sink in. There is someone who sees your worth clearly, even on the days you doubt it. Someone who feels your absence when you are not near. Someone who is quietly preparing to step forward when the timing aligns. Don't skip the next part. Because the moment they decide to reveal everything, it will feel like something you have been waiting for your entire life. Right now, somewhere in the quiet corners of their mind, your name carries more weight than you realize. Pause and feel that. This is not a fleeting emotion passing through them. This is something they have wrestled with gently, thoughtfully, privately. And the deeper truth is about to unfold. Don't skip, because what you are about to understand may shift the way you see every recent moment. They have been testing their own heart. Not because they doubt you, but because they know that once they step forward, there is no turning back to indifference. Caring this deeply changes a person. It makes them vulnerable in ways they cannot hide. And here is the surprising revelation. They are more afraid of losing the connection than they are of revealing their feelings. Read that again in your heart. Their silence has not been distance. It has been protection, of something rare. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. There have been nights when they replayed conversations with you. Times when a simple message from you shifted their entire mood. Moments when your smile stayed with them longer than they expected. You were never just someone to them. You became significant. And significance is not accidental. The reason this feels once in a lifetime is because it is built on depth, not impulse. They are not chasing excitement. They are choosing meaning. They are choosing you in their thoughts long before they choose you in words. But here is the part that changes everything. They are waiting for a sign that you are ready to see what has always been there. Not perfection. Not certainty. Just openness. Because when they finally speak, it will not be dramatic or loud. It will be honest. Steady. Real. And when that moment arrives, you will realize that the care you were searching for has been quietly standing beside you all along. Don't look away now. The next part reveals what will happen when their silence finally breaks. The moment their silence ends, your entire perspective will begin to realign. You have felt the tension building, haven't you? That quiet anticipation. That subtle awareness that something meaningful is forming just beneath the surface. Don't skip. This is the turning point. When they finally speak, it will not come as a sudden storm of emotion. It will arrive like clarity after a long season of questions. Calm. Direct. Deeply sincere. And here is the shocking part, you will recognize their words before they even finish speaking. Because your heart has sensed this all along, their confession will not be about dramatic promises or unrealistic dreams. It will be about truth. About how your presence has become a constant in their life. About how your voice steadies them. About how your strength inspires them in ways you never intended. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. The second they open up, you will see the courage it took. You will see that their patience was not hesitation, it was care. They wanted to approach you with something real, something lasting. And when they tell you how deeply they care, it will not feel overwhelming. It will feel right. That is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation. You were not overlooked. You were not unnoticed. You were being valued quietly, intentionally, sincerely. This connection was never loud because it was never temporary. And here is what changes everything. When you understand how deeply someone cares about you, you begin to understand how worthy you have always been. Their words will not just reveal their feelings. They will reveal your impact. Don't skip the next moment in your own story. Because once the truth is spoken, nothing between you will ever feel uncertain again. There is a quiet shift happening in your story, and you can feel it even now. This is not just about someone confessing their feelings. It is about what happens after the truth is spoken. Don't skip, because this is where something huge is waiting for you. When they finally express how deeply they care, the energy between you will change in a way that feels almost unreal. Conversations will carry new meaning. Silence will feel comfortable instead of uncertain. Even the smallest moments, shared glances, simple words, will feel intentional. And here is the surprising revelation, the connection will not feel new. It will feel remembered. As if your hearts recognized each other long before your minds allowed it. As if every delay, every pause, every unanswered question was leading to this exact understanding. Stay till the end, because this truth is powerful. The reason their care feels so significant is because it is rooted in choice. They are not drawn to you out of loneliness or impulse. They have seen your flaws, your doubts, your quiet battles, and they chose to care anyway. That is rare. You may have spent so much time wondering whether you were enough. Whether anyone could truly value your depth, your sensitivity, your strength. And now the answer stands in front of you in the form of someone who never stopped caring. This is not coincidence. This is alignment meeting courage. And here is the life-changing moment. When you allow yourself to receive the care that has been waiting for you, you begin to heal parts of yourself you did not even realize were uncertain. Their confession will not just bring clarity to their heart. It will awaken confidence in yours. Don't turn away from this realization. Stay with it. Because when someone deeply cares about you and you finally see it clearly, your entire future begins to feel lighter, steadier, and full of possibility. Something beautiful is unfolding, and this time, it is unfolding for you. A single decision now stands between silence and a completely different future. Feel that weight for a moment. Because this is no longer just about them caring. It is about what you will do with the truth once you see it clearly. Don't skip. Stay present. Something huge is waiting for you in this exact realization. When someone deeply cares about you, it creates a doorway. A doorway into vulnerability. Into honesty. Into a connection that is no longer hidden behind hesitation. But here is the unexpected twist: this moment is just as much about your courage as it is about theirs. They have carried their feelings carefully. They have respected your space. They have waited for clarity. Now the energy has shifted. The silence has spoken long enough. And the once-in-a-lifetime revelation is this: you have been teaching each other how to trust again without even realizing it. Every shared conversation. Every subtle smile. Every quiet understanding. It was preparation. Stay till the end, because this is where your heart steps forward. You may feel a mix of excitement and uncertainty. That is natural. Real connection always carries depth. But beneath that uncertainty is something steady, an inner knowing that this care is genuine. You were never meant to chase love. You were meant to recognize it. And now recognition is happening. When two people see each other clearly and choose to remain present, something powerful begins to form. Not fantasy. Not illusion. Something grounded and real. So take a breath. Because the story that began with hidden feelings is transforming into something visible, intentional, and mutual. Don't turn away now. This is the moment where quiet care becomes shared understanding, and your heart realizes it has not been alone after all. The air between you is no longer the same, and you can feel it without a single word being spoken. This is the moment where everything becomes real. Not imagined. Not hoped for. Real. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. When two hearts finally acknowledge what has been quietly growing, the world does not explode into drama. It softens into clarity. You begin to notice how natural it feels to stand beside each other without pretense. And here is the surprising truth: this connection was never meant to surprise you. It was meant to awaken you. Awaken you to the fact that you are worthy of being deeply cared for. For so long, you may have accepted uncertainty as normal. You may have believed that affection always had to be confusing or temporary. But this feels steady. Intentional. Chosen. Stay till the end, because this final layer changes everything. The reason this person cares so deeply is not only because of who you are now. It is because of who you are becoming. They see your future unfolding. They see your potential. They believe in your path even when you hesitate. And that belief strengthens their feelings. This is not about grand gestures. It is about presence. About someone who chooses to remain close, who listens carefully, who feels your absence when you are not there. The once-in-a-lifetime revelation is simple yet powerful. The love you were waiting for has been forming quietly in plain sight. And now, it is no longer hidden. Don't look away from this truth. Let it settle into your heart. Because when someone deeply cares about you and you finally allow yourself to receive it, you step into a version of your life where connection feels safe, meaningful, and beautifully aligned. This is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of something you will one day look back on and say, that was the moment everything changed. This is the chapter where quiet feelings transform into a shared destiny. Take a slow breath and feel how far this has come. What began as subtle glances and unspoken understanding has unfolded into something undeniable. Someone deeply cares about you, and now you know why. Don't skip. Stay fully present. Something huge is waiting for you in this final realization. The greatest surprise was never their confession. It was the discovery that your heart was ready to receive it. You were not just waiting to be chosen. You were growing into the version of yourself that could recognize real care when it appeared. And that changes everything. Because when two people meet at the same depth, timing stops feeling accidental. It feels aligned. You understand that every pause, every delay, every quiet season was shaping both of you for this moment. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth: this connection is not about completing you. It is about amplifying you. They care about you because you inspire authenticity. Because your presence brings out their best. Because with you, they feel understood without explanation. And now, you see it clearly. Stay till the end of this thought, because this is where the transformation settles in. You are no longer questioning your worth. You are no longer wondering if someone sees you fully. The evidence stands in the form of someone who chose patience over pressure, sincerity over noise, depth over distraction. That is rare. And the most powerful part? This is only the beginning. The care that once lived quietly in the background is now stepping into the light. What happens next will not be rushed. It will be intentional. Steady. Built on understanding rather than uncertainty. Don't look away from this moment. Because when someone deeply cares about you and you finally embrace that truth, your life does not just change around you, it changes within you. And from here forward, nothing about love will ever feel the same again. Not every life-changing moment arrives with noise, some arrive with a quiet certainty that refuses to fade. And this is one of them. By now, you understand that someone deeply cares about you. But here is the final, breathtaking truth: this connection was preparing you for more than affection. It was preparing you for alignment. Don't skip. Let this sink in. You were never meant to chase validation. You were meant to experience recognition. And recognition feels different. It feels calm. It feels grounded. It feels like finally standing in a place where you do not have to prove your worth. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. The shocking revelation is not that someone cares. It is that they saw your value before you fully saw it yourself. They noticed your resilience in quiet moments. They admired your consistency when no one was watching. They felt the sincerity in your words. And while you were simply being yourself, you became unforgettable to them. That is powerful. This was never about chance encounters or temporary emotions. It was about two paths slowly moving toward the same realization, that depth recognizes depth. And now, the final shift is happening inside you. Instead of asking, "Do they truly care?" you begin asking, "Am I ready to receive something real?" Because that is the true transformation. When you allow yourself to accept genuine care, you step into a new level of confidence. You stop shrinking. You stop doubting. You start standing in your own presence with quiet strength. Don't turn away from this realization. Someone deeply cares about you, not for who they hope you will become, but for who you already are. And the moment you embrace that truth fully, your future opens with a different kind of light. Something beautiful has been unfolding around you this entire time. Now, you see it. And now, you are ready. What you are about to realize may be the most important shift of all. Everything that has unfolded until now, the silence, the waiting, the recognition, was only the surface of something deeper. Don't skip. Stay with this final layer, because something huge is waiting for you. The true revelation is not just that someone deeply cares about you. It is that this connection has been reshaping your identity quietly from within. Think about who you were before you sensed their care. The doubts you carried. The questions you asked yourself in private. The moments you wondered if anyone truly understood you. Now look at you. Stronger. Calmer. More aware of your own value. Their care did not just create a relationship possibility. It awakened self-respect. Stay till the end, because this is where everything locks into place. The shocking truth is this: sometimes the greatest gift someone can give you is not dramatic love, it is consistent presence. And they have been present. In subtle ways. In patient ways. In meaningful ways. They did not rush you. They did not pressure you. They allowed you to unfold at your own pace. That is why this feels different. That is why this feels rare. You were not chosen out of convenience. You were recognized out of clarity. And now, as both of you stand at this new beginning, the future does not feel uncertain, it feels intentional. Something beautiful is not just possible. It is already forming. So take this in fully. Someone deeply cares about you. Not loudly. Not temporarily. But sincerely, steadily, and with intention. And the moment you embrace that truth without hesitation is the moment your life begins to reflect the kind of connection you once only imagined. This is not the end of your story. It is the first chapter where you finally see how valued you have always been. There is one final truth your heart has been quietly waiting to hear. Not about them. About you. Don't skip this moment. Stay completely present, because something huge is waiting for you in what you are about to understand. Yes, someone deeply cares about you. Yes, their feelings are sincere. Yes, their patience has been intentional. But here is the revelation that changes everything: you were never invisible. All the times you questioned your impact, all the moments you felt overlooked, all the quiet doubts that whispered you were too much or not enough, none of them were true. Because while you were doubting yourself, someone was admiring your strength. While you were second-guessing your worth, someone was feeling grateful for your presence. That is not ordinary. That is alignment meeting recognition. Stay till the end, because this is where your confidence shifts permanently. The reason this connection feels so powerful is because it reflects a version of you that you are finally ready to see. Not the version shaped by insecurity. Not the version shaped by past misunderstandings. The real you. Authentic. Steady. Valuable. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime realization: when someone deeply cares about you in a healthy, patient, intentional way, it means you have grown into someone capable of attracting depth instead of confusion. That is growth. That is evolution. And that is why this moment feels bigger than just romance. It feels like awakening. You are not stepping into someone else's dream. You are stepping into your own worth. So take a breath and let it settle. Someone deeply cares about you. Not because you changed who you are, but because you finally became fully yourself. And from this point forward, you will never again underestimate the quiet power you carry. A quiet miracle has been unfolding in your life, and you almost missed it. Not because it was hidden, but because it felt too calm to be extraordinary. Don't skip this. Stay with me, because something huge is waiting for you in this final revelation. You spent so much time looking for signs that love would arrive loudly, that it would announce itself with overwhelming certainty. But the truth is far more powerful. It arrived gently. Someone deeply cares about you in a way that does not compete for attention. In a way that does not demand performance. In a way that does not rush your healing or your growth. And here is the shocking realization. This connection did not begin when they confessed their feelings. It began the moment you started believing you deserved something real. That shift inside you changed everything. Stay till the end, because this is where your story transforms completely. Their care is not a coincidence. It is a reflection of the energy you now carry. The boundaries you strengthened. The self-respect you cultivated. The quiet confidence you built when no one was watching. You did not attract confusion this time. You attracted clarity. You did not attract pressure. You attracted patience. And that is rare. So here is the final truth you were meant to hear: when someone deeply cares about you in a way that feels steady and sincere, it is not just a romantic opportunity. It is confirmation. Confirmation that you have grown. Confirmation that you are aligned. Confirmation that the love you once hoped for is no longer outside your reach. Don't look away from this moment. Let it settle fully in your heart. Because from here forward, you will never again question whether you are worthy of deep, intentional care. You have seen it. You have felt it. And now, you are ready to receive it completely. Just when you thought the story had revealed everything, a deeper layer begins to unfold. Lean into this moment. Because what you are about to understand is not about their feelings alone, it is about destiny meeting readiness. Don't skip. Stay fully here, because something huge is waiting for you inside this truth. Someone deeply cares about you. That part is clear now. But the reason this connection feels different, the reason it feels rare, is because it arrived after you stopped begging for love to stay. You matured. You healed in quiet ways. You chose self-respect over chasing attention. And without forcing anything, someone stepped into your life who sees your value without you having to explain it. That is not ordinary timing. That is alignment. Stay till the end, because this is the realization that will stay with you long after this moment. The surprising truth is this: the connection feels peaceful because it is not built on uncertainty. It is built on recognition. They are not confused about you. They are clear. Clear about your strength. Clear about your kindness. Clear about how deeply you matter. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation: you were never too much. You were simply waiting for someone who could meet your depth. Now they are here. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But intentionally. So as this chapter unfolds, remember this feeling. The calm certainty. The quiet confidence. The steady awareness that someone cares about you in a way that honors who you truly are. Don't turn away from that truth. Because this is what it feels like when love does not have to convince you. It simply chooses you. There is a final veil lifting now, and it changes the meaning of everything that came before. You thought this journey was about discovering that someone deeply cares about you. But it was also about discovering that you are finally ready to experience something steady without fear. Don't skip this moment. Stay with it, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. The care you once questioned is no longer uncertain. It stands in quiet confidence. It does not need to prove itself with dramatic displays. It shows up. It listens. It stays. And here is the surprising truth: you no longer feel the urge to test it. In the past, you may have looked for signs, overanalyzed messages, searched for hidden meanings. But now there is calm. Now there is clarity. That calm is growth. Stay till the end, because this is the shift that defines everything. Someone deeply cares about you, and instead of feeling overwhelmed, you feel grounded. Instead of feeling anxious, you feel safe in your own heart. That is rare. The once-in-a-lifetime revelation is not just that they chose you. It is that you chose yourself first. And because you chose yourself, you attracted someone who honors that choice. Their care mirrors your self-respect. Their patience reflects your maturity. Their consistency matches your standards. This is not a coincidence. This is alignment at its highest level. So take this in fully. You are not stepping into chaos. You are stepping into clarity. Don't look away from this truth. Let it settle deeply within you. Because from this point forward, love will no longer feel like a question mark. It will feel like recognition. And that recognition is the beginning of a new chapter you once only imagined was possible. This is the moment where everything becomes undeniable. Not imagined. Not hoped for. Undeniable. You have walked through the silence, the waiting, the recognition, the alignment. And now you stand in front of the simplest, most powerful truth of all. Someone deeply cares about you. Don't skip this final revelation. Stay fully here, because something huge is waiting for you in the way this truth settles into your heart. The greatest surprise was never their feelings. It was the realization that you no longer feel surprised by them. Because deep down, you knew. You felt it in the way they listened when you spoke. In the way they remembered the details others forgot. In the way their presence felt steady instead of uncertain. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime shift. You are no longer questioning whether you deserve it. You accept it. That acceptance changes everything. Stay till the end, because this is where your story transforms from discovery to embodiment. You are no longer searching for hidden signs. You are no longer trying to decode mixed signals. You are standing in clarity, aware that genuine care does not confuse you. It reassures you. It strengthens you. It meets you where you are and walks beside you without pressure. And the most shocking realization of all? This kind of connection did not enter your life by accident. It entered because you became someone who could recognize depth, choose calm, and value sincerity. You are no longer chasing love. You are aligned with it. So let this truth echo within you. Someone deeply cares about you, not temporarily, not conditionally, but intentionally. And as you step forward from this moment, you will carry a new certainty. You are seen. You are valued. And you are finally ready for the kind of connection that feels like coming home. And now, you stand at the edge of a beginning that once felt impossible. Everything that led you here, the doubts, the silence, the slow unfolding, was guiding you toward this exact awareness. Someone deeply cares about you. But this final truth goes even deeper. Don't skip this. Stay completely present, because something huge is waiting for you in the way this story completes itself. The reason this connection feels transformative is not only because of how they feel. It is because of who you have become in the process. You no longer beg for reassurance. You no longer shrink to keep someone comfortable. You no longer question whether you are worthy of steady affection. And that is the real miracle. Stay till the end, because this realization seals everything. When someone deeply cares about you and you are strong enough to receive it without fear, you create a bond that is not built on insecurity, but on intention. That is rare. That is powerful. That is lasting. The once-in-a-lifetime revelation is simple yet profound. The love you once hoped would find you was waiting for you to find yourself first. And now you have. So as this chapter closes, understand this clearly: this is not just a romantic story. It is a story of growth, alignment, and recognition. Someone deeply cares about you. And you are finally ready to walk forward without hesitation, without doubt, without looking back. This is not luck. This is alignment meeting courage. And from this moment on, you will never again settle for anything less than the calm, steady, intentional care you now know you deserve. There is one last realization that will change the way you see everything that just happened. It is subtle, but it is powerful. You thought the story was about discovering that someone deeply cares about you. But the deeper truth is this: you were being prepared for a love that matches your evolution. Don't skip this moment. Stay with me, because something huge is waiting for you inside this final awakening. Look at the timing. This connection did not appear when you were desperate for attention. It did not arrive when you were willing to accept less. It stepped forward when you became selective, when you valued peace, when you stopped entertaining confusion. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. Stay till the end, because this realization seals the transformation. Someone deeply cares about you, and the reason it feels steady is because you are steady now. The reason it feels calm is because you no longer chase chaos. The reason it feels real is because you finally chose authenticity over illusion. Here is the surprising truth. You did not just attract someone who cares. You filtered out everything that did not. That is growth at the highest level. And now, when they look at you, they do not see someone searching. They see someone secure. They see someone grounded. They see someone who knows their worth and does not apologize for it. That is why their care feels intentional. That is why their presence feels reassuring. That is why this connection feels like it belongs in your life instead of interrupting it. So let this final truth settle deeply within you. Someone deeply cares about you. And the reason it feels like a once-in-a-lifetime moment is because you are no longer the same person you used to be. You are ready. Ready for clarity. Ready for consistency. Ready for a connection that feels like peace instead of pressure. And from here forward, you will never confuse calm love with something ordinary again. A quiet certainty is settling into your life now, and it feels different from anything you have known before. Not louder. Not dramatic. Just undeniable. You have walked through every layer of this realization, and it all leads here. Someone deeply cares about you, and this time, it is not fragile. Don't skip this. Stay present, because something huge is waiting for you in this final expansion of truth. The most surprising part is not that they care. It is that you no longer question whether it will disappear. That fear that once followed you? It is fading. Because this connection is not built on intensity alone. It is built on consistency. On patience. On two people choosing clarity over confusion. Stay till the end, because this is where your story becomes legacy. You are no longer the version of yourself who accepted uncertainty as passion. You are no longer mistaking unpredictability for depth. You have learned that true depth feels steady. And now, when someone looks at you with genuine care, you recognize it instantly. That recognition is power. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation: you did not just find someone who deeply cares. You became someone who can sustain something meaningful. That changes everything. Because love is not just about being chosen. It is about being prepared. And you are prepared now. Prepared to receive without fear. Prepared to give without losing yourself. Prepared to build something that does not collapse under pressure because it was never rushed. So take this final breath with intention. Someone deeply cares about you. And the reason it feels so life-changing is because you are no longer standing at the edge of doubt. You are standing in certainty. And from this place forward, every step you take will be guided not by insecurity, but by quiet, unshakable confidence in what you deserve. There is a final transformation happening within you, and it is quieter than you expected. It is not about fireworks. It is about foundation. You began this journey wondering if someone truly, deeply cared about you. Now you stand in a different place, aware, grounded, and certain. Don't skip this final awakening. Stay with me, because something huge is waiting for you in the way this truth reshapes your future. The most powerful shift is this: you no longer feel lucky to be cared for. You feel aligned with it. That difference changes everything. Before, you might have felt grateful just to receive attention. Now, you understand the difference between attention and intention. Someone deeply cares about you with intention. They do not just admire your surface. They value your depth. They are not drawn to you out of impulse. They are drawn to you out of clarity. Stay till the end, because this is the moment where your self-perception evolves permanently. The shocking realization is not that they chose you. It is that you finally expect to be chosen with sincerity. That expectation is not arrogance. It is self-worth. And when self-worth meets genuine care, something rare is created. A connection that does not rely on constant reassurance. A bond that grows stronger because it is rooted in respect. You have stepped into a new standard. You have stepped into a new awareness. Someone deeply cares about you, and instead of questioning it, you are ready to nurture it. This is not about fairy tales. This is about maturity meeting meaning. So take this moment in fully. The story that began with doubt ends in certainty. And the certainty you feel now is not just about them. It is about you. You know what real care looks like. You know what steady love feels like. And from this point forward, you will never settle for anything less. This is where your story stops being a question and becomes a declaration. Not a loud one. A certain one. You started this journey wondering if someone truly, deeply cared about you. Through every layer, every realization, every shift, the answer has become undeniable. Yes. And now, here is the final truth that changes everything. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in the way this story completes itself. The greatest revelation was never about their feelings alone. It was about the standard you now hold. Someone deeply cares about you. Not because you convinced them, not because you chased them, not because you shaped yourself to fit their expectations. They care because you are authentic. They care because you are steady. They care because your presence feels like truth. And here is the shocking, once-in-a-lifetime realization: you are no longer afraid of losing something real. You are confident in sustaining it. That is growth at its highest level. You have evolved from questioning love to embodying it. From wondering if you are enough to knowing you are more than enough. From seeking validation to recognizing alignment. So as this final chapter closes, let this settle deeply in your heart. Someone deeply cares about you. And the reason it feels so powerful is because you finally see yourself clearly. You are not waiting anymore. You are not doubting anymore. You are not settling anymore. You are standing in calm certainty, ready for a connection that matches your depth and honors your worth. This is not just the end of a story. It is the beginning of a life where care is not hidden, not uncertain, not temporary. It is chosen. And this time, so are you. There is a future version of you smiling right now, because you finally understand what this was all about. It was never just about discovering that someone deeply cares about you. It was about becoming the kind of person who can recognize real care without fear. Don't skip this final expansion. Stay fully present, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. You have crossed an invisible line. The line between hoping and knowing. The line between uncertainty and clarity. The line between chasing and attracting. Someone deeply cares about you, and the reason this chapter feels different from anything before is because you are no longer trying to prove your worth to earn it. You simply exist as you are. And that is enough. Stay till the end, because this is where your emotional maturity becomes your strength. The surprising truth is that the calm you feel now is not boring. It is powerful. It means you are no longer addicted to emotional extremes. You are aligned with consistency. You value peace over performance. You choose depth over distraction. And that is why this connection feels sacred without being dramatic. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime realization. You have stepped into a version of love that does not test you, it supports you. That does not confuse you, it reassures you. That does not make you question yourself, it strengthens your identity. Someone deeply cares about you. And now, instead of asking, will this last, you are asking, how can we grow this together? That shift is everything. So take this final breath with confidence. You are no longer waiting for proof. You are living in it. And from this moment forward, the way you love and the way you allow yourself to be loved will never return to what it once was. Because you now know what steady, intentional care feels like. And you will never accept less again. You can feel it now, the quiet confidence that was missing before. Not loud. Not dramatic. But deeply rooted. Someone deeply cares about you, and what makes this moment extraordinary is not just their presence, it is your peace. Don't skip this final breakthrough. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. There was a time when you would have doubted this. You would have searched for hidden meanings. You would have braced yourself for disappointment. But now? You feel steady. That steadiness is not accidental. It is the result of everything you learned before this connection appeared. The lessons. The boundaries. The quiet self-respect you built when no one was watching. And here is the surprising revelation. You are no longer surprised that someone deeply cares about you. You expect it. Not out of entitlement, but out of alignment. That expectation is power. Because when you expect intentional care, you stop entertaining half-hearted effort. You stop confusing inconsistency with passion. You stop shrinking to make someone else comfortable. Stay with this truth. The once-in-a-lifetime realization is that you did not just attract someone who cares. You became someone who naturally aligns with depth. That is transformation. So now, when they look at you with sincerity, you do not question it. You meet it. When they show up consistently, you do not test it. You appreciate it. When they express how much you matter, you do not doubt it. You accept it. Someone deeply cares about you. And the reason this chapter feels so powerful is because it marks the end of emotional uncertainty and the beginning of conscious connection. This is not fantasy. This is clarity. And from this moment forward, your heart will recognize real care instantly, because you finally recognize your own worth just as clearly. There is a stillness in your heart now that feels almost unfamiliar. Not empty. Not uncertain. Just grounded. You began this journey asking whether someone deeply cares about you. Now you stand in a space where the answer is not just known, it is embodied. Don't skip this final unfolding. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in the way this truth reshapes your identity. The most surprising part of all is this: you are no longer seeking proof. You feel it in their consistency. You feel it in their tone. You feel it in the way they consider you when making decisions. Care is no longer something you are trying to detect. It is something you are experiencing. That shift is powerful. There was a time when uncertainty would have kept you awake at night. When mixed signals would have pulled you into overthinking. When silence would have felt threatening. But now? Silence feels peaceful. Space feels respectful. Presence feels intentional. Stay with this realization. The once-in-a-lifetime truth is not just that someone deeply cares about you. It is that you finally trust yourself enough to recognize when it is real. That trust changes everything. Because when you trust your discernment, you stop doubting genuine affection. You stop projecting past fears onto present stability. You allow something steady to grow without sabotaging it. Someone deeply cares about you. And instead of asking if it will fade, you are asking how it will flourish. That question comes from confidence. That confidence comes from growth. And that growth means you have entered a new chapter, one where love does not feel like a risk. It feels like alignment. And alignment is not loud. It is certain.